So Borgie, you've been towing the Mars Saturn while the family haven't been. How have you found it?
Pretty good so far. As you can see, I'm a little bit rough on the equipment sometimes, so I've given it a really good testing. And so far I've been pretty impressed with the way it's handled everything. It's handled everything I've been able to dish out to it, taken it dead in stride. I really like the way it sits behind the Prado, especially in those soft spots. It sits in the ruts, doesn't kick from side to side, lets me tend to think that it's quite a well-balanced sort of camper trailer. Suspension seems to work pretty good. It's got the independent suspension in there. Everything inside is kept exactly where it needs to be. Nothing's broken, so it's nice and cushioned sort of ride. And it's got plenty of clearance as well, so I've found those little undulations and things like that haven't been a problem for it. So overall, especially for the price of it, I think it's performed pretty well.
In terms of towing, I found it quite smooth behind the vehicle. When I first saw it, it literally has everything including the kitchen sink. It's got the shower and toilet inside. So I thought it was going to be heavy to tow, and I thought it was going to be difficult to tow. I thought the centre of gravity was going to be higher. And in terms of towing it on the beach, on the road, it's smooth behind it. Sometimes you don't even know it's on the back of it. And when you are doing turns, you got to make sure, you got to remember that it's still on the back, because it takes that inside track. My 3 points for the Saturn is, starting on the inside, is the length of the bed. When I first saw it, I didn't realise the bed was actually going to fold out, and I don't have to lay on an angle. I can just lay on it. My feet don't overhang. They're moving on the outside for peace of mind. I know with my other campers and even with the car, I like peace of mind with power, 12 volt, and actually having that in the front, easily accessible. Have a look at what's going on and the amount of power, the 2 batteries that it's got in it. And also my third one is the kitchen, the height of the kitchen. It's perfect. I don't have to lean too far forward. On other ones I lean forward, I get a sore back, and usually palm it off to the missus to finish the dishes. But that's my 3 points.
You've had your fair share of sort of testing products, and I believe you had a bit to do with Mars in the earlier days.
Yeah, probably about 4 or 5 years ago I tested some of the earlier models, and it was really good to see just how far they've come from those days to this model here. This one here is just so much more refined. You can really tell they've taken all the feedback on from the customers.
In terms of testing out the Mars Saturn, my top 3 would probably have to be the awning. It's automatic. It makes it so easy. We've had other campers where you're winding it out or it's a bit of a pain to put out. It was literally a switch of a button. So that was good. The other thing, toilet and shower in the camper. That just turns it to glamping for us, so really convenience. The other thing too is the slide out kitchen and fridge. So we stopped for lunch the other day, and instead of having to open up the whole camper, we could just slide that out, make some lunch for the kids, grab some drinks out, and it was really good. The other thing that Willow's quite tall, and he's noticed that the kitchen's at an actually nice height. He had some back issues, and it's just at a perfect height, and he's not having to bend over.
Who do you think this particular camper trailer or hybrid is actually suited to?
Look, I consider this to be an entry-level sort of camper trailer, mainly because it's more in the budget ranges, and you don't have to be a politician to own one. So I'd say people that just want to get into the camper trailer market, pick it up from the showroom, do a bit of shopping on the way through, then go camping for a few weeks. This is the perfect sort of camper trailer for them. It's great value for money.
If you want to know more about the Mars range, check them out online or search Mars Value for yourself.